Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina.
All right, guys, I'm now joined by Brittany from Florence County Parks and Rec. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Tell me, what do you guys have to offer?
So we have quite a bit to offer in the senior programming side. So our offices are located in the Leatherman Senior Center here in Florence. So for that side of the program, we do all the activities here. So bingo, card games, arts and crafts, anything you could think of, exercise classes. We do all of that here. And then the second side of our senior programming is the travel side. And with that side, we do 15 to 20 day trips in the spring and the fall, so around 40 day trips throughout the year. And those are anywhere we can go to and from our home base here in Florence and get back in a day, obviously. And then on top of those, we also do about 13-ish extended trips a year. And those could be motor coach trips anywhere, on this side of the United States, as well as international trips. So we go Europe. We just got back from Australia. We're about to leave to go to Italy in like 2 weeks. So we stay pretty busy.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Well, how did all of this come to be? I can imagine there's obviously a need for it and people are loving the experiences, but how long have y'all been doing this?
We have been doing this for a long time. I think it's around probably loosely 30-ish, 40 years. When it first started, it was very small. They maybe did one little trip a year, if that. And then within the last probably 12 years is when it really started to pick up and they started branching out and doing more day trips and more extended trips and things like that.
That is so cool. So what has been the response that you've heard personally from the people who are doing this program?
They love it. So on the travel side, especially, because when they get older, they don't want to sit down and actually plan a trip themselves. And with the way technology is now, it kind of gets a little confusing with booking flights and then transportation when you get there and all of that stuff. So they like it that they literally just show up at the Civic Center, because that's where we leave from, get on the bus, and we handle everything. So with all of our extended trips, so your transportation is already included. So I'll just base it on an international trip. So your flight is already included, round trip flight, your hotels are already included, transportation to and from the airport is already included. Sightseeing and admissions are already included. So it's a one-stop shop and that's it.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I feel like it makes it so much easier for people, but how does the process work? If somebody's watching this right now and they're thinking, oh my gosh, I want to go on a trip with them. Right. I want to learn more. How do they do it?
So they would just stop into our office here at the Senior Center or give us a call. And once you pay your deposit, so there's a set deposit for international trips, a set deposit for domestic flying trips, and then another separate deposit for motor coach only trips. And once you do that deposit, you just make payments until the final payment date. So that's another thing that they really like. It's not all due upfront because seniors are already on a limited income. So we make it a lot easier for them that once they do that deposit, they can come in monthly or however they see fit and just make a payment on their trip. And we try to do it to where they have about a year, give or take, to pay the trip off in full.
Very cool. And if you're watching this and you're thinking, I don't know if I want to go on a trip, but bingo sounds fun, where can they learn the schedule and all that?
They can just stop by the Leatherman Senior Center here and they can get a tour of the whole building and grab a calendar, and then they'll have to pay a membership fee. It's $55 a year, which not bad. They can check out our website, which is www.florencecotravel.com. That's just for all the travel and international trips. And we also have a Facebook, which is the Leatherman Senior Center - Florence County Parks and Rec, and all of our other stuff is on there.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
The following portion of Living Local Carolina is sponsored by Wired SC. Well, good morning, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us today on Living Local Carolina. Today, I'm excited because I am talking with Timothy from Wired SC. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. Thanks for having me.
I am so excited because I actually really love talking electrical work, if you could believe it.
Oh, yeah?
I like to try to do it myself, but I think it's important to trust the professionals, you know?
Yep.
I can change on a light fixture, but tell me what all you guys can do.
Well, we can do that also for people that don't like to climb ladders. We do a lot of things, small, big. We can do anything from swapping out a light fixture. We love putting under or over cabinet lights in. We do generators outside. We can do landscape lights, paddle fans. Another favorite too is the yucky bathroom fans that the contractors put in there, the little tiny loud things. We like swapping those out. We have a brand called Panasonic that we just love. They're super quiet, super efficient.
I bet you could do it way faster than me too.
Yeah.
All right, tell me, what are your values? What do you guys think is important?
Customer service is my first value. I'm not sure where it came from, but I just love serving people. I love going into a customer's house and just making their day better, whether, again, it's electrical upgrades or just meeting them. I love meeting people around here, too.
Okay, tell me a little bit about your team.
Well, my team's pretty incredible. Since I'm the owner, I get to actually hire all them. I get to background check them and just make sure that I'm compatible with them. A little old school with feeling my gut, so if my gut doesn't like the person, I'm not going to hire them. All the guys I trust going into my house, so in order for them to go into your guys' house, I want to trust them to my house.
And why do you think it's important for somebody to hire an electrical contractor?
Knowledge, insurance, reliability, warranty, again, customer satisfaction. Again, I'm huge on the customer satisfaction. If somebody's not happy with it, we'll go back 2, 3, 4 times to make sure. If that light fixture, if we put it up with a couple links and you're like, I'd really like a couple more links, it's like, well, let's fix it.
Okay, well, where can people learn more about you guys?
Well, you can visit our website at wiredsc.com.
This portion of Living Local Carolina was sponsored by Wired SC. Well, guys, one thing about me is my hair might be fake, but when it comes to products, I really love using things that are natural. So that's why today I'm joined by Nicole from Earthy Things. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Good.
We got some soaps in front of us. I just want to take a sniff, but you go ahead and tell me a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Okay, so my name's Nicole. I own Earthy Things here at the beach. So I make natural soaps, body butters, herbal oils, lotion bars, just anything natural.
What started this? I feel like everyone has a story there.
So when my girls were young, they are 15 and 18 now, but when they were younger, I really got into, just the things that you're putting in your body, on your body, the side effects, all that good stuff. So I would always just try to find more natural ways. And then about 2 years ago, I saw a video of soap being made. And I was like, yeah.
I could do that.
I could do that. And I literally did. I made the list of all the things that I needed. I bought it all. And, when I started out, it wasn't as glorious as it is now. But I kept going,
And look at you now. We have these gorgeous soaps, and I love the colors that you use too.
So I use natural clays as colorants.
Really?
Yes, so it's spirulina, charcoal, rose clay, turmeric, any kind of natural clays. And then I also incorporate, in the green one, there is real avocado puree, which is really good for your skin. In the multicolored one with the pink, there's banana puree. I use natural essential oils as scents, so yeah.
Love it. Okay, well, where can people find out more information and shop your stuff?
So I do have a website. It's Earthy Things with a Z,
Gotcha.
LLC.com. I'm on Facebook, Instagram.
All that good stuff?
Yes.
All right, well, check her out, guys.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Well, guys, welcome back to Living Local Carolina. I have been exploring Brook Green Gardens today, and I am at the Low Country Zoo, and I'm joined by zookeeper Katie. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing much better because I've gotten to be all in the fresh air today. It is so beautiful here, and you truly live a charmed life because you get to be a zookeeper every day. What is that like?
It's pretty cool. Like every day is something new. So we do have a native animal collection. So all of our animals would be found traditionally in the Low Country. Nice. So we have like wolves, foxes, otters. We also have a heritage barn. So we have like horses, cows, sheep, goats. But every day is something different, something new. And yeah.
Nice. And okay, we are standing right now in front of the red wolf habitat.
Yes.
Tell me all about this place.
So this was a work of many years. We rely, being a nonprofit, we rely heavily on donations and through the admission costs. A lot of that money goes into bettering our enclosures for our animals, feeding them, giving them enrichment and things like that. But the Red Wolf Ridge, it was a lot of blood, sweat, and tears went into that.
I can imagine.
But red wolves, they are the most endangered canid species in the world. So there's only about 200 of them left in the world. So the fact that we have 3 here is pretty cool.
Yeah. And this is the place to go if you really want to learn more, because you guys are the experts when it comes to the animals. So do you have an exhibit here that maybe is your favorite? Are you allowed to choose a favorite animal as a zookeeper?
It's kind of hard to choose a favorite. If I had to pick, it would definitely be our otters. So our otter enclosure is actually split into 2 different things. So we have like this glass exhibit. You can see the otters swimming in the pool. They like to follow you if you like walk along the glass exhibit. But we also have a natural cypress marsh swamp enclosure. So the tide goes in and out naturally. So sometimes the otters are doing like all these flips in really deep water. But then when like tide is low, they are hunting for like fiddler crabs and all sorts of little goodies in there.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about some of the other exhibits here. When I walked in, I got to see the baby goats.
Yes.
So you have goats and cows and sheep, I think, too?
Yes.
Okay, tell me more.
We also have marsh tacky horses. So all heritage breeds. Our Spanish goats here are actually specifically the Low Country Spanish goats. So they all came from an island in South Carolina. So we specifically breed them. We're part of a breeding program in order to keep that kind of like subspecies lineage going.
Very cool.
So right now we do have like 5 baby goats, and they are pains in my butts, but they are super cute.
And you were saying they were Low Country baby goats.
Yes.
I was going to say, I didn't get it on camera, but I saw one with Spanish moss in its mouth. And I don't think it gets more Low Country than that.
Yeah, no, these guys love their Spanish moss. They love it when like a storm rolls through because all the trees lose the Spanish moss, or they will get, especially our live oak trees, if they have limbs fall. All of our animals pretty much love the Spanish moss. Our otters, sometimes they will like grab it and like make a little nest or like bed sort of thing. Yeah.
Using the elements.
Yeah.
Well, very cool, Katie.
Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. How to use the QR code. Just open the camera app on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet. Point your device at the QR code so the QR code appears on your screen. Your device will recognize the QR code and show you a notification. Click that notification and you'll come to our website. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.